Buddhism is the fourth most followed religion worldwide. And as opposed to Islam and Christianity, where these religions are centered on faith and deity and gods, Buddhism is more of a philosophy and a way of life. Today I'm out here in Chicago in Lake Michigan, and I'm deciding to just do something a little bit different. It's a Sunday night. My name is John, and I'm a psychiatrist by training. In my channel, I focus on finding deeper purpose, meaning, and connection. In this video, I break down what Buddhism is, who the Buddha actually was, and revisit some of the common practices that are still relevant today. Buddhism is a branch of Eastern philosophy founded by Siddhartha Gautama, who was born in 563 BCE. Gautama was born in Lumbini, which is modern-day Nepal, and he was born into a family of riches and families, but into a father that was a highly regarded official. Gautama found that he was not actually happy in his life of privilege and luxury, and decided to leave his family, his wife and son, later on in his life in pursuit of happiness. He also found that a life of asceticism was not very fulfilling, and he found that avoiding excessive stimuli and all indulgences did not lead to happiness either. Gautama eventually found the middle way, which is a balance between self-indulgence and asceticism. He finally experienced enlightenment when he was meditating under a Bodhi tree for a long time. From then on, he became known as the Enlightened One. That's loud. I just want to highlight again that Gautama was not a prophet or a messenger. He was also not affected by divine intervention. He was a person that came to be due to the principles he practiced and the things that he learned. Ultimately, his mission was to discover truth, happiness, virtue, and the good life. So now I just want to get into some of the principles that are prevalent and currently still being followed in Buddhism. More specifically, attachment to sensual desires, ambitions, and even basic survival instincts are the root of suffering and pain. And in order to find peace and contentment, one has to find a way to become detached from these things. Gautama also found that attachments are formed from the ego and an individual's sense of self. He argued that in order to detach from the ego, one must learn that a happening currently is a result of something that happened in the past. In addition, he found that the idea of self does not actually exist, and everything is a part of a greater whole. So now I just want to talk about the way forward, and I have the Eightfold Path, also known as the Dharma Wheel here. There are 8 principles that Buddhism, or the Buddha, aka Siddhartha Gautama, lived by and what he taught to his followers. So first is right-mindedness. Second is right action. Third, the right intention. Fourth, right livelihood. Fifth, right effort. 6th, right concentration. 7th, right speech. And 8th, right understanding. Gautama saw that the ultimate goal in life was to break the cycle of suffering, and this was more specifically the process of birth, death, and rebirth. And the main way that he saw that we could overcome this is to adhere to and follow the Eightfold Path. Once we are able to overcome our ego and become non-attached, we will finally reach this state of nirvana and detach ourselves from suffering and pain. We will reach this state of not being and ultimately find freedom. So I hope you learned a few things from this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.